Okay, and welcome to the how to play with Excel. It can get a little complicated here, so just follow the steps. But really, we're just going to try to process the data down. So to start off with, we're going to have our data set. So this is going to be our first journal series here. So I've just got all of our data downloaded, and so we can see my little pop-up window here. I've got the white roof, the neutral roof, the metal roof, and the black roof. This is all from Cutter. So I've got uh, made another Excel spreadsheet that will eventually populate data into. So there's two ways you can really go about doing this. One is you can find the first time, it looks like, I'm scrolling through these first times here, that the black roof has the earliest one. So this one's at 1724 on 330. And we would just line up all of our data. They'd just be offset by a little bit. And then we would scroll down all the way down to the very bottom and see if there's any breaks in the data, make sure that they all line up. We're going to presume that there are no breaks in the data here, but we'll see. So there's probably going to be a little bit of change here and there. So really quickly, how you make a chart is you take the, usually take the top ones here. We're pretty high resolution because we're doing like every minute. And so I would just go to insert, and I can do insert a line chart there and can actually see what it's going to look like if we do it. I usually just have them all cross each other. And there's already an interesting artifact in the very beginning. So if I create this really quick data chart, none of the data are right or this sort of thing down here, but the temperatures are. Even the word Fahrenheit will live with that. You can see that there's kind of a play around here, and what I'm looking at here is relative humidity actually jumps up pretty significantly. So it looks like somewhere around here that's 0.21, and so I can go down to 0.21 here, which is 1734. So about 5:45 is when you finally set the birdhouse up outside. So this is probably inside, and then here's the jump to the transition, and then now this looks more like our the weather inside of our bird box. Isn't going to change a whole bunch there. So first thing you want to do, initially I'm just going to click delete, get rid of that. Is we're really just going to be looking at temperature and humidity. We can keep all these other data here, but for our little charts for comparisons, just to make it easy, we're going to look at those guys. And so it looks like we need to probably get to about 6 o'clock. So that's 1800. When we start getting our data, that's going to be pretty standardized and relative. So one of them is you could just highlight these and delete them and start them all at 1800. But I'm going to show you another couple tricks that we can deal with it. So to set this all up, I'm going to process my data. I recommend that you save your data. So save your data so that you have the original, and then name another one as working or something along those lines, so that if you mess something up, we can go back and fix it all. So I'm going to stop there. So what I want you to have is your 4 Excel spreadsheets of your data. And we'll go through there and we'll clean the data so that we can make really easy charts with it eventually. And then you're going to create another blank data set here, which is not on my screen. And I would just call it data, then an abbreviation for your club, and then put like this one starts on March 30th, and it goes all the way until May 16th. So I would put March data from March 30th to May 16th, 2023. And then I'll show you how you populate all those in the coming video. So there's your first one right there, real quick. So here's all your data, lots of data. We're taking it every minute on this particular case, but we're going to process these down and standardize them. So all right, I'll see you on the next one.